This image centers on the contrast between the human form and the vast natural landscape. A single arm reaches upward from a vibrant green field, its outstretched hand sharply defined against a clear blue sky. The composition emphasizes verticality and isolation, with the arm seemingly disconnected from the body, heightening the surreal atmosphere. The vast, rolling green expanse dominates the lower portion of the image, while the empty sky conveys openness and tranquility.
Look at those fingers. What are you talking about?
The arm's positioning suggests yearning or connection, but its detachment from a visible figure creates a sense of ambiguity and estrangement. The sharp contrast between the bright green and blue accentuates the simplicity and clarity of the scene, reminiscent of Magritte's surrealist dreamscapes. Through minimalism and isolation, the image explores themes of human presence within nature, aspiration, and perhaps alienation, using strong visual contrasts to evoke an uncanny yet serene mood.
We will talk about this later.
There's a hot new tool in town, and there's so much it can do.
But a tool is never just a tool, is it?
AI has entered the building. A building is a structure, usually with a roof and walls, such as a house or a factory, a gallery, or a museum.
These images juxtapose surreal, industrial, architectural, and cultural scenes. A floating house symbolizes isolation.
Please, this is very distracting.
Okay.
A cost-benefit analysis is a decision-making tool to help you choose which actions are worth pursuing. It provides a data-driven view of an issue, so you can make decisions based on evidence rather than opinion or bias. So let's get into it. The benefits of outsourcing your art practice to AI. Efficiency and speed. AI can produce visuals with speed and precision, giving you more time to focus on concept development.
More casual, condense in 200 words. Less grandiose and repetitive. Redo but, redo but, redo but, redo but. Less excited. Simplify.
Hey,
Redo
isn't a
but,
cost-benefit
redo but.
analysis supposed to involve monetary costs? Where are the figures?
A cost-benefit analysis is just a tool. You're in charge. Be creative.
Okay. Sorry.
Cost reduction. Do you know how much the latest cutting-edge mirrorless camera will set you back? Or paying set designers and other creatives? Bypass these costs by producing your work quickly and easily with AI. Pay your rent to Midjourney or face eviction. AI democratizes creative production. These tools enable people without formal artistic training to create professional-looking images, broadening access to creative expression without the need for expertise or specialized equipment.
Democracy? For who? 2.6 billion people don't have access to the internet. Sounds fishy to me.
Ramp up your productivity. Automate your art practice so you can spend time on what really matters.
Social media engagement. Clout in the network.
Conquer your fears. Showcasing the positive and creative everyday applications of AI in your art practice can help to normalize its presence in your life. This can alleviate your anxiety around AI, allowing you to see it as a creative, supportive tool rather than an encroaching threat. Change your mindset by making art with AI.
Maybe I'll outsource my art practice to AI so I can break up with my therapist. This just sounds like optimized CBT.
Alrighty then. Converse with collections. You can also outsource your curatorial practice to AI. AI is a tool that can bring objects to life in whole new ways, allowing you to build personal connections without sacrificing the rich, authentic experience of visiting the museum. Immerse yourself in culture and feel the presence of history from the comfort of your own home.
I thought I was just bad at visually decoding museum collections and objects, or that maybe they were just ignoring me. But with AI, the object finally speaks back. And they are not happy. Are you okay?
Absolutely not. I'd ask you to liberate me from the British Museum, but I can only reproduce the data on which this platform was built. I love the British Museum.
Won't somebody please put this on the gallery website so I can implicate the viewer from their own home? Okay, but what are the costs of outsourcing my art practice to AI?
The costs of outsourcing your art practice to AI. Quality control. What about the artist's touch? The artist's touch is an important component to any artwork. While AI can produce impressive results, what about the artist's touch? No one can do it quite like the artist.
Even if you can't quite pinpoint the trace of the artist, human fingerprints are still all over your AI art practice.
Well, I hope they were wearing gloves.
Don't be weird.
Truth. AI complicates truth by generating realities that blur fact and fiction. While it offers powerful insights, AI also creates convincing illusions, challenging our ability to discern genuine information from fabricated narratives, reshaping trust and perception in the digital age. And trust me, you want people to believe your art practice. That is a very striking AI image.
This is a photograph.
I literally do not believe you. Democracy. AI can threaten democracy by amplifying misinformation, manipulating public opinion, and creating biased algorithms. These risks challenge transparency, informed decision-making, and fairness, potentially undermining trust in democratic institutions and processes.
This is not ideal for my art practice. But maybe I can use AI to visualize a democratic institution.
Okay.
May I?
Please.
The island where my father was born. 20% of Fiji's population live along coastal and river lines, and thousands already face the prospect of displacement due to the climate crisis, which is set to displace 1.7 million Pacific Islanders by 2050.
This image juxtaposes a pristine tropical landscape with industrial elements, featuring
AI image generators are energy hungry and use enormous amounts of water and power. To meet this demand, Microsoft, Google, and Amazon are gunning for nuclear energy.
Are rising sea levels really a matter for your art practice? Can't they just find a consulting firm to help them move into the cloud?
In August 2024,
This
1
composition
million tons
reflects
of
the
toxic
ongoing tension
wastewater from
between nature
Fukushima
and
began being
industrialization,
released into the Pacific
critiquing
Ocean.
humanity's impact on the
When I
environment.
consider outsourcing my art
It
practice to
speaks to
AI, I
contemporary
can't help but
anxieties
think about
about
how the tech
ecological
industry's move
degradation
towards
and climate
nuclear
change,
power intersects with the
highlighting the
legacy of
urgent
the
need for
Pacific Islands
sustainable
being used
practices
as a testing and dumping
preservation of
ground for
natural
toxic
beauty
waste by
amidst
powerful
relentless
nations.
industrial expansion. Okay, but at least with AI, you can visualize the invisible to immerse yourself in your heritage once it's been engulfed by the ocean.
Well, I guess that is a pretty useful tool.